Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone, and thanks for joining us here on TCM. We next head to England for a celebrated film adaptation of a classic novel by Charles Dickens. And how good is this film? Well, our dear friend Leonard Maltin has called it one of the greatest ever made. From 1946 and directed by David Lean, it's Great Expectations. For those who don't know the story, it's about an orphan of little means named Pip who grows up to receive a large sum of money from a mysterious benefactor. The catch? He must move to London to become, as the title says, a man of great expectations. John Mills stars as the grown up Pip, and the cast also includes Valerie Hobson as his love interest Estella, Martita Hunt as the eccentric Miss Havisham, and Alec Guinness in his first credited screen role as Herbert Pocket. Now, this may have been Alec Guinness's film debut, but it was not his first involvement in this particular Dickens story. He had earlier written and co-starred in a 1939 stage version of the story in London. David Lean actually saw that production and was so impressed by it, he chose it for his next film project and hired Guinness to reprise his role as Pocket. And Martita Hunt also came from that stage show. Now, as often happens, many felt the task of adapting such a lengthy novel into a feature film would be extremely challenging, but David Lean, along with a team of writers, including Ronald Neame, was able to pare it down to the most important aspects of the story and create what many consider a cinematic masterpiece, and do so in less than 2 hours of running time, no small feat. The film received 5 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture and Best Director, and it won for its black and white cinematography and art direction. Let's watch from 1946, Great Expectations. That was John Mills playing the adult Pip in Great Expectations. He had earlier worked with David Lean on both the 1942 film In Which We Serve and 1944's This Happy Breed. And before casting of our film began, Lean called him to discuss the project but didn't tell him what it was. Lean said there was a part he wanted Mills to play but was worried he wouldn't want to do it. Lean called it a coat hanger role, with the character actors hanging all over him, and that it wouldn't be easy. Out of the blue, Mills guessed, "Is it Pip?" And indeed it was. Mills and Lean would go on to work together twice more in 1954's Hobson's Choice and the 1970 drama Ryan's Daughter, which brought Mills the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Among his many accolades, he became Sir John Mills in 1976 when he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, and he's also, as many of you know, the father of 2 very good friends of ours here at TCM, Hayley Mills and Juliet Mills. Stay with us next for a fun change of pace. It's a screwball comedy starring Carol Lombard and Frederick March.
Next on TCM, Nothing Sacred. Then, I'll Cry Tomorrow. And later, The Searchers. It's Finders Keepers on TCM today.